Did a simple gym flexing pose lead to a sudden death? Rest in peace, bro. Today we lost a gym bro.
कि मैं जिंदा हूँ, अभी मरा नहीं और मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ.
We shall decode why this happened so that it does not occur to anyone else. This tragedy occurred due to a massive disruption of blood and oxygen flow between the heart and the brain. Let's understand about what exactly happened. The chain reaction of events includes the trap, the squeeze, and the feint. The trap occurred when he took a big breath and squeezed his freaking muscles and he pushed the breath down. This is similar to what powerlifters do when they lift a freaking heavy ass load. The nerdy science-based jargon for this is the Valsalva maneuver. This creates a massive sudden increase in the intrathoracic pressure. After this act, he initiated the second step, the massive squeeze. What he did was, he already squeezed his freaking muscles and he violently squeezed it even freaking more. This increased rapidly the intrathoracic pressure as we discussed previously. And what happened next? He squeezed the major blood vessels in the body around the heart, specifically the vena cava, which supplies deoxygenated blood back to the freaking heart. Because the blood cannot easily return back to the heart, this massively drops the cardiac output, and what happens now, there is less blood reaching the brain, and this can cause a lot of problems. The squeeze is basically a drop in blood flow, the setup for syncopation. The third step of this chain reaction is the feint, which is basically called as the collapse or the vasovagal syncope. At the 11-second mark of the video, the young man suddenly releases his flex and stands up still with a blank expression. This is the moment his brain realized it was starved of oxygen. So when he stopped flexing, the intrathoracic pressure rapidly drops and there is blood pooling in the intrathoracic cavity and in the lower limbs instead of reaching back to the freaking brain. His blood pressure suddenly plummets, aka hypotension. The lack of oxygenated blood makes the brain reboot itself, forcing the body into a horizontal position so that there is more blood, oxygenated blood reaching the brain. And what happens next? The guy suddenly collapses and he falls heavily onto the freaking floor. But did a simple gym flexing pose lead to a sudden death? He basically had a syncope and the posterior aspect of his head and neck bumped into a goddamn gym equipment. So incorporate these steps to prevent mishaps in the gym. Train under an educated coach. Do not hold your breath while flexing, okay? And do not flex until you experience extreme exhaustion, and stay away from scammy pre-workout supplements which might have been overdosed on caffeine. You can just switch to a simple regular Nescafe sachet of coffee, or you can eat a pre-workout meal 2 hours prior your goddamn workout. And last but not the least, please get your routine cardiovascular assessment. Many young athletes who suffer cardiac arrest have structural or electrical heart defects that show zero symptoms in daily life. An ECG and echocardiogram can identify cardiac abnormalities. Conclude this video, train safe and practice safe sets because you live only once. And to all those uneducated coaches, a big fuck you to all of you. I hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
देखिए एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबा के लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए। 5000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए। यहाँ पे देखिए ऐसा क्वेश्चन चुटकी बजाते